Well, we're going to spend a little bit of time this morning talking about how to master your local market through Facebook and Google. And I know a lot of times we hear over and over, use social media, build your presence online. And I don't know about you, but I get confused about how to do that and what to put on and just where to go with that. But luckily for us, we have two experts with us this morning that are going to tell us exactly how they're doing it and doing it really well and have become really well known in their local markets and are seeing great results. So I'll start with just having you introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
Wade Betz with Mpire Financial. I'm in the Dallas market and been in the mortgage business for 17 years. Yeah, thank you.
I'm Kristen Eklund. I've been doing this for 26 years, been a broker for 26 years, and I'm currently in the Key West market, Florida.
OG.
Now, Kristen, I'll start with you now. I understand that you have dominated in the Facebook business page area, and I struggle with even getting people to follow me, but how many followers do you have?
I thought I'd hit 50,000 this week, but I'm at like 49,500.
Oh man, what are you doing?
Yeah. Then I have, my personal page. I have TikTok, Instagram, but I am solely focused on Facebook.
How did you do that? Tell us this story. What motivated you to focus on a Facebook business page to build your business?
Well, I moved from Minnesota. Just a little quick background. I'm originally from Minnesota. I had a mortgage company up there. Had a little midlife crisis at age 47, got divorced, went to Key West, met my now husband, and decided to move there. So I upped and left Minnesota and moved there. I didn't know anyone. I've got to start all over again at age 47. How am I going to connect, all my Minnesota clients, and how am I going to obtain new, realtors, referrals, everything? So I wanted to create a page that would take people on a journey and showcase the Florida Keys. Some people I say, oh, I live in Key West, they think it's by Orlando. Some people don't know. So it was my job, I was gonna make it my job to showcase that. Well, little did I know Hurricane Irma hit 2 weeks before I moved down there. So one in our house, or our neighborhood, probably every third house was destroyed. So now I'm in a new territory. Realtors' houses are destroyed. I don't know anybody. So I started building this page. And as soon as I was able to go out in the public, I started showcasing businesses, because Facebook is a visual referral. Plus, it's free. I don't even push any of this stuff. I start with my content, I go into a business, I build it, I capture the audience, then I end with my visual card or my face, my phone number, everything like that.
Let me ask you, you say you start with content. I think that's where a lot of people get stuck.
Oh, yeah.
How do you decide what content you'll use?
I mean, it just depends. I can be out on a night, if anyone's been on Duval in Key West, you know what that's like. I might just shoot a night like that. If I'm going fishing, sandbars, whatever it is. I do Snapchat. So wherever I am, I take 10-second videos. I don't share those Snapchats, I save them. But I save them, and then I go to TikTok. I know a lot of people on the TikTok, but that's what's working for me. I put all the Snapchats in there, create a video, add some music, and then I share it. And then some of them have gone so viral and then my realtor friends share it. One of my realtors, and she was more on the selling side. She didn't always use me, but she knew of me. She's the #1 realtor in the Florida Keys. And she had a house that was $7.9 million, and we were on the boat. And I told the boat, I just sounded like I'm from Minnesota on that one. But I told my husband, I said, let's go real slow. I want to capture this house. I captured it. It had 4 or 5 million views. It was shared everywhere. She sent me 3 purchases in 1 week for sharing a house of hers on the water.
Now, we have some examples of some of the things. Let's see if we can get that up to show here. Get that. It's working or not?
Oh, So,
There we
yeah, if you go to Coast Mortgage / Key West, you can see how I do it all. You'll see like 277 views, 277,000 views, but it's the shares. And then I tag Coast to Coast and everything on there. So I soft sell right now. When it's time to hard sell, I've got 50,000 people and everyone's seen my name, or seen my name plus Coast to Coast Mortgage. I'm gonna hard sell. I'll turn that page, but right now I'm probably, and this goes against probably everything you've heard, but I'm 80% look at, let me take you on a journey to 20% business. Because if you post like okay, here's a 1% down program, you might get a few likes. They don't understand it, they don't know it.
Well, I noticed that even in my limited use of it, I notice people are they're more interested in what you're doing as a person versus a program.
Right.
Is that what you find?
Oh, for sure. Just a simple, that Island Living, that's a realtor down there, and she shared that on her page, and she had over 20,000 shares. So she took mine, went to hers, and it just went viral.
Yeah.
So all you have to do, and I know I annoyed my family, you're gonna take another video. I'm like, just go to the side then. I never worried about, and I don't worry about the negativity. You get some people, oh, we can't afford to live there. I don't answer to those comments. I could work this page a lot better, but I do all my own content. I do all my own memes, my videos. I have to respond to messages. I am doing a video at 3 a.m. My focus, I could, hopefully I'll close more than what I did this last year once I can hard sell on that page, but.
Let me ask you, you've mentioned a lot of different programs, Snapchat and TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know if I know.
So were those hard for you to learn? How did you get proficient at using those?
Snapchat is the easiest thing. You literally just pull it out and do a 10-second Snapchat. And if you're going to an event one day, just keep doing some Snapchats, keep them all, and then, I don't know who's all on TikTok here, but TikTok's growing. If the mortgage business really slows down, I'm gonna be an Amazon influencer. But it's like, it's going. So I have over 10,000 people now on that. And I don't focus on that, TikTok. I'm just solely in it for the videos, to create.
Okay, so if someone wants to get started and grow their business page, what would you advise?
Well, I don't care if you live in the middle of Iowa and you're by a cornfield or in a corn stalk, it's October, it's Halloween. Go to your local, where are those corn mazes? Go to a corn maze, take people on a corn maze, advertise that corn maze on there, and then, put it on your personal page and put it on your business page so that people will like it, share it. They'll share it because you put the hours on there. The corn maze is open from 5 to 9 every night, or whatever. Just anything you're doing in your community, will help. Because when I moved down there, I only had realtors. Oh, and then let's bring on COVID. So we couldn't go anywhere. Facebook was all I had. So I had to market off there. And then now that I'm involved in the community more, I should be able to get all the refinances. But I was 90% purchases that all, 60 million or whatever. And I look at those numbers and I'm like, God, I could have done better. I should have done, we always want to do better. And the only way to do that is keep doing what we're doing, keep growing the social media, and, it'll take over.
Now, one thing that I know stops a lot of people is just being ready. Like, you have to look right and you have to know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Sometimes I don't have makeup on. I'm on the boat and I have a hat on backwards, and I let that go. I was always so worried about it, and I was like, oh, I can't shoot any content till I do my hair, my makeup, my nails aren't done. So once you let that go, and nobody's perfect, there's always going to be someone prettier, richer, better. You just be comfortable with you. Mm-hmm. Start shooting the videos, annoy your family. Those that get annoyed on Facebook, they'll unfollow you. Who cares? Pick up the 10, worry about the 10 that you just picked up. But the thing is, like, I stopped caring about what people thought, and that's frees your life up.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, you know, in this market, we really can't go and visit realtors in their offices anymore because they're not there. So we have to find creative ways to reach our audience, whether it's direct to the consumer or just to, you know, engage with realtors. So I think this is a great way for us to continue to grow our businesses and our reach and be a resource to our communities. So we've got a good place for you all to start. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Wade, now
Yes.
it's your turn.
Okay.
So I understand you have over 200 five-star reviews, Google reviews.
For sure. So
Well, I know it's because you're just that good, right? But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that could get more five-star reviews too. So tell us how you did that.
For sure. So the number one tip is that you have to care. So you have to create a referable experience. If you don't have a referable experience, you will not get reviews. And if you don't have a referable experience, the reviews that you do get are going to be not 5-star. So that's number one. So look inward at your process, make sure you have a referable experience, and then systematize how you go about doing the review ask. So people that have large numbers of reviews have a system around how they organically do those.
So share your system with us.
So a couple of tips. My 17 years, I did 14 of them in retail. So I'm a big believer that a healthy business is a portable business. I know we all love where we work. However, your reputation needs to be able to follow you wherever you are. So when I was 14 years at my retail company, a lot of these retail companies will force you into a review process that is captive to them. So if you leave, you lost all of that brand recognition because they own that. So years before I left, I started my own Google business page. I will confess, I set it up and then didn't look at it for a long time, but I had the review link and I would get a few reviews in, and then I decided to take it more seriously as I started making my exit plans. And I'm talking over a period of years. And so you have to optimize it. A little pro tip. Well, first of all, raise your hand. Who has a Google business page? All right. Those of you that have your hands raised, do you actively work it? Or is it like a CRM that you have but you don't use? All right. So you need to make sure that you're actively working it. So optimize it. Little pro tip, put the word mortgage broker in your name. So if you look at mine, it says Wade Betz, mortgage broker. You need to make sure that your name, address, and phone, the NAP, is accurate. And then systematize it. So when I was transitioning...
Well, let me just ask you, you said optimize it. What does that mean?
Fully complete everything. Because if you don't complete all of the fields, outside parties can recommend changes to your page. And by outside parties, that could be your competitor. It could be someone that doesn't like you. And next thing you know, you've kind of lost the ability to control your page. So actually sit down and map it all out. Every field matters. Even the times that you're open, those types of things. So when I was transitioning from retail to the broker space right before COVID, I had to make sure that I could systematize the thousands of clients that I've closed in my career. How do I get them to leave me reviews? So not to plug any one company, but I used Ogvo. They're an AIME partner. There are other reputation management companies out there. So essentially, when I started in the broker space, I ended up uploading my database into there because we all have our databases organized in a segmented way, of course. And it helped me get quite a few reviews. And then since then, I've turned it into more of a manual process where once they close, because I'm not at closings that often, so I'll do a post-closing honor call where I basically tell them, thank you so much for trusting us, really appreciate it, did your hand cramp up, make all the light little jokes. And then you ask, hey, can I ask a favor? I'm looking to add as many 5-star Google reviews that I can get. If I send you a link would you mind putting some kind words together for me? And notice I phrased it 5-star reviews is what I'm looking for. So if you think I'd only did 4 stars, please don't say anything at all.
Discuss that. Yeah.
Exactly. So if they say yes, I'll send them a link. So if you know, like the link from Google is like this really long string of gibberish. So I have a vanity URL addiction with GoDaddy. So I literally bought leavewaiterreview.com and I point it to that Google review link. So if they say yes, I'll be happy to leave your review. Thank you so much. It means so much to me and my family. I really appreciate it. Like, you got to have the tonality right. It's they're helping you grow your business. And then you send them a link, and of course they don't always do it right away. So then you have to make a task to follow up a week later, and then the second ask is 2 weeks after that. So 3 total asks. And if you look at my Google page, you'll notice that there are hundreds of them. But what if they were all from 5 years ago?
Right.
You wouldn't know if I was any good still today. So you have to have them consistent over time. And I'm talking 2 or 3 a month, very consistently.
Well, I just put up some of your reviews up here, and you've got quite a bit of them. How have the 5-star reviews affected your business?
It's great because the algorithm, Google's algorithm, rewards you for basically being a professional business. So if you've got an optimized profile, if you've got consistent reviews, and you can get really into the weeds with SEO optimization and backlinks. For me, that's phase 2. So if I'm doing this talk next year, my results will be way different because I've got different websites that I'm working on to really, really put this on steroids. But as it stands, I get a few calls a month organically. And when I ask people, hey, how did you hear about me? And they say, oh, I Googled you. I'll literally say, you like those reviews, don't you? And they'll say, yes, I did. That's why we're talking. And they'll say, and I'll ask them, it's like, hey, when I knock this out of the park for you, I'm going to ask you to leave me one of those too so someone else can find me. And they said, you got it. That's a deal. So these Google leads, if you will, where they organically find you, you'll close those, according to like me, around a 17% close rate. So not as strong as a referred lead, but way higher than Facebook or any of these other online sources.
Sure.
Because you've now proven yourself. No one cares how good you say you are. They care what other people think. So it's social proof.
Good. Now, I want to ask you both about, we've got to protect our business. Do you ever worry about compliance, or can you share any guidelines that we as mortgage professionals need to be mindful of when we're posting or asking for reviews?
You're asking me a compliance question? The right answer is ask your compliance attorney, just so we're clear. No, but keep it professional. Not every review is going to be a 5-star review. You have to address all of them. So if you go to my page, every single one of those has a reply. And if it was less than perfect, you don't want to try to argue with the client online, because that's a no-win situation. How you respond will attract more people to you than if it was a 5-star review. So even if it's a negative review, you can turn it into a positive. Just say, I'm sorry that we fell short of your expectations. I'll follow up with you offline to discuss. Yeah. That's a mature response, and that's hard to do. I have typed out a reply and walked away more than once, and you always got to keep the high road.
Sure.
And then for compliance, they're reviewing you, so there's not really anything that you're putting in or doing. Now, with Google, you can post. So you should post at least once a week on your Google page. And if you look at the examples up here, the bottom right of the screen, that's an example of where my marketing team took a review from Google and made it a very attractive graphic. And you'll see me, if you follow me on social, you'll see me post that on like my Facebook and Instagram. You can post things like, shout out to Enrique with his Shining Star Hero program. Like, I'll post stuff like that on my Google page. So there's just things that you can do that are compliant, that keep you front and center in a very professional way.
Sure.
Oh, I'm getting scrutinized all the time on mine.
Yeah.
What I do on the end of my videos, only if I'm showcasing myself or showing a house or talking about rates or something like that, I just have that visual business card that has all our NMLSs and everything on there. But my page is covered, and I thought got a warning this last year that no, everything I post that is mortgage related has to have the NMLSs. I thought because I was posting on my page that I was covered. Who knows? I mean, I get questions all the time on that, and we have a compliance attorney too, so he's constantly looking just at mine out of 100 loan officers we have, just at my page, I think. But so that's the way I keep it covered. Sometimes it'll just be in small. It's just got to be somewhere. When I do the memes, I'll have Coast to Coast Mortgage with their NMLS on there. So I try and stay compliant. Nobody wants their page ripped down or get in any troubles.
Yeah. Back to you. When you get a 5-star review, do you respond? Do you say
Right away.
anything? Okay. And
Right away.
what do you typically say?
Thank you so much for the kind words. It was our pleasure to help take great care of you on your VA home purchase. The algorithm cares what they say about you, meaning if they say, like, because I'm in the Dallas market, so Dallas, mortgage, purchase, refinance, those keywords matter in their reply. I'm told what I reply back with keywords does not affect the algorithm, but I do it anyway, just in case. Okay, so I'll try to drop some of those keywords in there in a very conversational way. If you need help with what to say, ask ChatGPT. But just reply in naturally. They're helping put food on you and your family's table. Show them the real gratitude that you need. I mean, it's a big deal. So 5-star reviews are everything. Yeah. And you just got to be consistent with it over and over and over again.
Sure. Now, people in the audience might want to get started, but listening to you both, it seems like there's a learning curve. So how did you learn what to do and how to do it? Are there tutorials, or did you teach yourself or go to a class?
I'll go first here. I am a big believer in knowing your hourly rate. So I do not want to learn how to be an expert on all of these things, so I will outsource a lot of that. However, if you don't have a Google business page, you need to get one. If you work at a company, the broker owner or branch manager will likely have that location already assigned, so you would have to be a service area business, but you still need one that you control, and you have to consistently work at it. Your reputation is everything.
Yeah.
I just YouTubed it.
Exactly.
Just went on and how to use Snapchat and how to use TikTok. Well, TikTok has tutorials. Just self-taught.
Yeah. Well, I think you both are doing a great job, and it shows. I mean, it definitely affects your business, and you can see the results. But more than that, we are brokers. We represent our communities, so it's important for us to do everything we can to communicate what we have to offer, but also be real people, be a person from the community that cares about the community. And like you said, it's more than just talking about products. It's about showing that you care. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the consistent message that you're both giving. So hopefully this has been helpful for you all, and they're both open to answering any questions that you have about this subject. And we hope that you go home and at least dip your toe into building your Google review system and do a couple of TikTok videos. And
yeah.
I have to figure that out. I haven't tried TikTok
yet.
And Snapchat. But there's a lot to learn out there. Just pick something, take the first step. You don't have to do it all at the same time, and I'm sure you'll have some great results. So I just want to thank you both for sharing your expertise here, and good luck to all of you and taking that next step in your businesses.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
I just want, of course it's social media, so I got to get you all on there. So if everyone just wants to stand up, we'll thank AIME, thank them for this great event and great opportunity. And if any of you want to be tagged in on Facebook, I can tag y'all. But Yeah.
Yeah.
So just want to thank Wade, hand me my phone.
I'm the phone holder.
Thank you.
So you want everybody to stand up?
Well, if they don't want to.
Yeah, everybody stand up. She's got to post this
Yeah.
on her social media.
Woohoo! Thanks, guys.
Thank you.